Should you ignore a collection agency? And that's a really good question. But instead of ignoring them, here are four things you should do instead. Number one, understand you have rights. You have the FDCPA and you have the FCRA. And since we're talking about a collection agency, I want you to get familiar with the FDCPA, which is 15 USC 1692. Now, since you have collection agencies that's trying to get in contact you, whether they're trying to call you, text you, email you, send you letters, ignore you, I mean, not ignore you, but get on your nerves, you know what I mean. Since you have collection agencies contact you about their money, you got to get really familiar with this one or these specific laws so you can understand what they can and cannot do. And once they violate your rights, you will want to talk to a lawyer. All right. So we're going to go over 15 USC 1692C communications, right? Now, once you understand the communications, things change up. All right. Now, head over to Google and Google 15 USC 1692, right? 15 USC 1692, and I'm gonna break it down. So scroll down and go to 15 USC 1692, all right, FDCPA. Now, as you can see, now what we want to do is click on the subchapter, right? And then as you can see, all the subchapters break down all these specific laws: harassment or a false or misleading representation, unfair practice. There's so many things. But we're talking about communication and connection with debt collection, right? And then you're going to scroll down, as you can see right here. And then we're going to talk about some of these specific laws. So one specific law, as you can see, without the prior consent of the consumer given directly to the debt collector or the express permission of a court of competent jurisdiction, a debt collector may not communicate with the consumer in connection with the collection of any debt, right? And basically 1, 2, 3, and there are so many different things, right? But look at this one specific law right here: ceasing communication. So, and you can read these other laws as well. But if we go down to C, right? If a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refuses to pay a debt, or that the consumer wishes the debt collector to cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall not communicate further with the consumer with respect to such debt, except, right? All right, we'll get into it. Number one, to advise the consumer that the debt collector's further efforts are being terminated. 2, to notify the consumer that the debt collector or creditor may invoke specified remedies which are ordinarily invoked by such debt collector or creditor. Or number 3, where applicable, to notify the consumer that the debt collector or creditor intends to invoke a specified remedy. If such notice from the consumer is made by mail, notification shall be complete upon receipt. All right, so those are the 3 things. So let's break this down some more. Hey, y'all about to learn today when it comes to these debt collectors, right? So as you can see, you read that specific law. There are more laws you can read, but C, right? 15 USC 1692 CC communication. So as you can see, if you tell them in writing or let them know, or if they call you, if they call you, or you do it in writing, or you text, right? And you say, hey, I refuse to pay this debt because only you know what you have going on, and you do that, guess what? They have to stop communicating with you. And if they communicate with you after you already said that, now that's a violation of the FDCPA. And what you can do is, one, right? Make sure like you get that, like you say, you record that call and say, hey, I refuse to pay this debt, or whatever case you got going on. Stop communicating with me, whatever the case may be. You put that in writing as well, or call. Make sure you record a call. If you put that in writing, make sure you certify that letter. Keep a copy of it. All right. Here's why. Once you do that, or text, if they text you and you respond back, or of course if they email, make sure you keep a copy. Don't delete it. Here's why. You document everything. And if they continue communicating with you after you say what you said, now, like I said, that's a violation, and I would tell you, advise you to go talk to a lawyer because now you have clear violations of the FDCPA. And now that you have these violations, another thing you can do as well is go to the CFPB and show those clear violations. And let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so what you want to do now, since you have clear violation of the FDCPA, right? Here's another thing you can do instead. You want to go to the CFPB, create an account if you already don't have an account with them, and then go down to debt collection, right? And then from there, what you want to do is scroll all the way down what type of debt. Now, if you have an auto debt, credit card debt, federal student loan debt, medical debt, mortgage debt, payday loan. If you don't know, just click on I don't know. Telecommunication debt, you just read it. Rental debt, most of the time it's probably something wrong, other debt, private student loan debt. Hey, only you know what type of debt you got. So for me, I'm just going to put I don't know, or telecommunication debt most of the time. Some people have this type of debt of where, hey, they owe a cell phone bill, some type of internet bill. All right, so communication tactics. Repeated phone calls, use abusive language, electronic communication, attempting to collect the debt not owed, written notification about debt, false statement of representation, threatened to contact someone, all right? So communication tactics, right? Repeated phone calls, most likely what phone number is a debt collector calling? You can put that right here. Which best describes this problem. Call before 8 frequent or repeated calls, use obscene, profane, or other abusive language. If they do that, make sure you have, documentation that they did that. You told them to stop contacting you, but they keep trying, right? So this is the one that we're talking about right here, 15 USC 1692C, right? Have you already tried to fix this problem with this company? Yes. Did you request information from the company? Yes. You told them stop contacting you. What information did you request? According to this specific law, right? Did the company provide you with the information? No. And then what we want to do is just click on next. All right. Now from there, what you want to do, of course, is put who, what, when, how, everything that happened, right? So you can start off with, today's date. I read the law. I told X collection agency to stop contacting me according to this. They continue contacting me over and over and over. They sent the email, they sent the text message, they kept on calling me, they kept on sending me letters, whatever the case may be, only you know what happened. All right. And then from there, I want to complain or just put something, right? I want to publish it. You don't have to. What would be a fair resolution? Delete the collection from my credit report, or I'll speak to an attorney. Whatever the case may be, you put it, but most likely you want the deletion and permanent removal as well. And you can also, remember, attach the documents, right? You can send a screenshot of you telling them to stop contacting you and they continue contacting you, right? You have a log of phone calls, right? That's another. You can have the letter, whatever the case may be, attach the evidence, okay? Delete collection from my credit report. And then click on next. And then from there, you will look up the actual collection company that contacting you about the debt. So you will put the collection that's keep on contacting you. I don't name or if you don't know the name, put the account number, last for your social. If this company is the company where this debt came from different than the company entered above, right? Yes or I don't know. Only you know that. Then click on next. And then from there, you'll just make sure everything is good to go and submit. Be on the lookout, right? Because the CFPB, they have 15 days to respond back to the CFPB. So be on the lookout. Check your portal, okay? Now, that's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do, of course, is file a complaint with the Attorney General's office. You have clear evidence that these collection agencies are violating your rights. And another thing you can do is file a complaint with the BBB, okay? That's another thing you can do as well. You can file a complaint with the BBB, and that can also increase your chances of permanently removing this collection from your credit report. Those are multiple things you can do to get the collection removed. Hold up, one more thing. I know you have specific goals, whether you're trying to get a house, whether you're trying to get a car, or whether you're trying to get access to 100K in business funding so you can invest into income producing assets. I want to help you get there. Come up with a specific game plan that's tailored to what you have going on with your credit, and I can break it down and give you the specific letters. All you have to do is schedule a free, yes, a free credit audit call with either me or my business partner, Mike. All right, I'm looking forward to get on the call with you to help you get to your specific goals.